Hi, David. What do you make of Trump Social's performance on the NASDAQ so far?
Well, look, it's fair to say it's not been one of the better starts for a new company listing, but it's not uncommon either for new tech companies, certainly those with a lot of mum and dad popularity, to have an initial burst of share price gains and then fall away. I mean, we've had many currently very profitable tech companies list, rise, fall, and then find their feet eventually. So I think it's the market now is just trying to determine, what is fair value for this company.
Can you explain for us why, even in the last session, its valuation multiple dwarfed other US companies of a similar market capitalisation?
Well, I mean, I think one thing in its favour is that it does claim to be a growth company. Its user base is clearly nowhere near what Facebook's is or Twitter. So on that basis, it does have a lot of growth potentially, and as a result can trade at a higher multiple. Now, whether the degree of that multiple premium at the moment is warranted, remains to be seen. I think. It's certainly trading at a very high multiple, and I think one of the questions is there much more growth for it to come? Is everybody who wants to be on Trump Social, who likes Donald Trump, are they already on that platform? If they are already on that platform, then there may not be a lot more growth going forward.
So what do you know about who's buying and who isn't?
Well, firstly, we know that Trump himself owns something like 60% of the stock, so a large chunk of it is already off market. My understanding is there are institutional investors in the company, only around about 8% or so not huge. And so I think of the free float of those shares that have been floated, clearly a lot of retail interest. Just given the volatility of the share price since its listing would suggest to me a lot of retail activity, on both the buy side and the sell side.
There's been more detail reported today that Trump is suing two of his company co-founders. Keeping in mind the company accountant has expressed concern about it operating as an ongoing concern, do you expect that the price is going to be volatile for some time yet, or do you expect it will find a range?
I think it's going to be volatile. I mean, as you pointed out, one of the issues is we've had an independent auditor come out and say they question its financial viability going forward. So not a great start for a company to have that, announced within days of listing. And the other, I think, big issue is there is major event risk facing this stock. I.e., will Donald Trump become president again? I mean, if he does become president, there's potential some growth there for the company. If he doesn't become president, if he is relegated to the dustbin of history, if you like, then that may be quite negative for the stock, given the uncertainty around the election result, but also just around uncertainty about can it attract more users, can it attract advertisers? That's the other big question.
David Bassanesse, thank you.
Great to be with you.